the conversation because it's sensitive. And you're asking questions like you said, you're like DJ Vlad. That is not a compliment when you get compared to DJ
That's why I be
Vlad.
telling you stop worried about that shit, bro.
That is not a compliment. I mean, that's why I'm like, when he was like, man, the people around the world want to know what's going on with you and Ali. I'm like, the people around the world. That's the first thing
Well, that is perfect,
like,
right down the middle. What a nice way to get the day started.
I'm thinking, whoa, this must be some entertainer.
That's what I said.
I had to Google him. So it couldn't have been the world want to know. I had to Google this guy.
Hey, I'm Hannah Malou. Check out my haul from eBay Motors to get this Charger to rip. With eBay Motors, you can get the perfect haul too. With parts guaranteed to fit every time.
It's already on.
And that is safely in the left side of the fairway. A fine
I got
start here to
everything
his
recording
round.
right now.
Some questions just don't have.
Nigga, I didn't lose.
Job had told me it was funny. We need to check him out. I'm like, all right. We sat there, watched him, and
A picture-perfect drive there, and a long one, too. That's right down the heart of this first fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
I don't think the world even knows who he is. And he's right.
Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck.
My mom, I was in Florida. My mom was like, we was watching these comedy specials and looking up something. My mom said, oh, that's this guy at my job had told me it was funny. We need to check him out. I'm like, all right. We sat there, watched him, and he was not funny. I mean, seriously, just completely. We did not laugh.
Nobody's happy after that shot. Oh, I mean, that was one up from disastrous, really.
It was not entertaining. It was, I mean, maybe he just had a bad special, bad stand-up that day. But that's how I remember from that bad performance. He was telling long, drawn-out stories that the punch was funny. It's like, look, tell some jokes in the way off this long story you're going down that's entertaining. Now, as I'm starting to go down here, I'm realizing
Nota Begay is walking the course, looking at this birdie putt.
And he is in an ideal spot, just below the hole. I don't see any movement at all.
Like, come on, man, you know Ali is a celebrity. He up there.
Oh, yes, very impressive right there, and that goes down for a birdie. 14 feet to the hole.
Cat sees the play, and this wife really doesn't want to talk about him. And he said, man, I know you see it, you don't want to talk about it, but I feel we got to talk about it. If the guy if the person you come in the interview
Yes,
says,
nicely done. It's in for birdie, and it's into red figures now at 1 under par.
I'm not here to build this guy up.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Frank looking out onto that marsh. No doubt there are alligators roaming around, so it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side, so basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
Do you live on your block? Is he your godson? What's going on? just gonna force this Ali Sadiq down his throat. And the whole incident is real stupid anyway. The dude got money, said he ripped up a check. I'm like, okay, you didn't lose nothing. What is the whole argument about?
Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did, right there.
The other one was led by Cat Williams. The Shannon Sharp interview seems like it was written, conducted, and directed and starring Cat Williams. This looked like Willie D Productions. Yeah, it was.
The wind's starting to push this one a little left.
I didn't unsubscribe.
Huge tee shot on this par 5, and it really opens up the hole.
Okay, you got two people talking to each
Yeah,
other.
hey, ate a salad.
Oh, gonna be watching this one intently.
I love Willie D. This interview was
Well,
just
not
bad.
this time. That one's in the rough. Might
That's
be a
just
tough
all
shot
just
coming
a
up.
bad interview.
That's it.
Nuts on the top.
It was subpar. Let's put it that way. Very subpar. And if he
With AWeber's marketing platform, it's like Drew has a whole staff helping him grow his audience and build professional-looking content.
you got it.
Had the distance right, just a tad offline. How about the chances for getting it up and down from that spot?
Well, it's not in the thick stuff, Rich, so that's advantage number 1. Really, the lie's pretty good. I think it's a standard pitch.
But the public want to hear
That's it.
them
Yes,
say.
sir. Pretty.
Yeah,
That's the point
all
of
I
the
had was food yesterday. But they ain't had nothing on it.
You're not
They
answering.
take me with me the whole day.
You're asking for the people. The people want in-person answers.
That's
That's why you're asking the question. You know the answer already. Cat is always gonna drop a gem. You know, but it's
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
the Willie's ability. It's just not good interviewing. Some people just not good at the interview process. I think he's good at giving his own personal thoughts. Willie D, that is his lane. He's really good at expressing his view.
You know it.
But
Has to be
interviewing,
thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5, Frank. Got everything out of that.
Yeah, it did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Like I make a little blow to it.
if
But
Brad
not,
Jordan
but,
was right
but it ain't
there,
like
that
I like
interview would have been different.
So on that salad, did you put like ranch?
Yeah, they gave me rent for the back. But it was so small. Once I checked up, it felt like one nothing.
It's not dissing Willie. It's just saying that you made the Shannon Sharp interview. You made Shannon Sharp look 10 times better. You really did.
Do you mess with carrots?
I ain't like that.
Like, you know how they got the small baby carrots you can buy?
Yeah.
You can buy those.
That just give him a little face. The only thing that the interview being conducted way before Shannon Sharp only proved one
That's
thing.
crazy, bro.
Okay, the same questions came out.
Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into
Now,
the
what you
short
don't
grass.
cover is how poorly it was conducted.
Oh, like that.
And the timing of the release. If I do this in September, I'm not putting this interview out a week after Shannon Sharp. I'm not. Because now you know if you did this in September, you know.
Oh, wonderful effort right there. That was tracking much of the way, and it'll leave a short one for birdie.
He's not answering any of the things that have been addressed, and it sounds like he's just repeating himself, but not really addressing any of the things that's coming back. It looks kind of crazy. And they're going to look at you like, why you didn't ask the questions? You heard all them people, you know, they rebuttals to that, and you ain't even bring that up. So for the people who didn't know that it was recorded back in September, it looked like it just came the week after Shannon Sharp. It makes you look even worse because it looks like you're avoiding asking him the responses that the people have been saying going against Cat Williams this week. And you're looking like you're avoiding the smoke. Even though that's not the case, it was done prior, it looks like you're avoiding the smoke. Whenever you have to explain your interview the next day after your interview dropped, you messed up. It's messed up.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie.
Right. So if you held on to this from September, why did it come up with it needed editing? What kind of editing did you get Steven Spielberg, Lucas Arts in here? What the hell kind of editing that takes 5 months?
Okay, that's an ideal start right there. Back-to-back birdies, getting him to 2 under at the start of his round. Okay, little 2-footer for birdie, not a problem, and that was well played.
But here's the thing, it looked like clout chasing.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, why would the architect Pete Dye say this was one of the most unusual holes on the entire course?
Well, it's the shortest for a start, and just that green complex, Rich. The fact that it just falls away rapidly on all 4 sides of this green. That's what the architect wanted, and that's what the architect got.
But it's a real course.
It don't look genuine.
Got a lot of personality.
Like you said, I would have no problem doing this celebrity boxing thing.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway.
He was like, if I call and got him on the phone, man, you think you guys would talk this thing out? He was like, he's trying like, my God. Don't let this thing go. I mean, I don't know this man. I just want to talk about him. You can't get into the you want to hear the deed based on one question about this one comedian.
As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle.
Don't sold out your nothing. I sold out 7,000 tickets in his hometown. Why you putting us in this? I paid him a check. Saying here's your check. It's not after before. Here's your check. Claiming he didn't get his money or whatever. Here's your money. Here you pay. He's been paid for his services. He didn't get shorted. He didn't get anything. Talking about I ripped the check up.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
133 the number. Pin on the right hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
Thank you, Miss. Lord, yes. Thank you. Thank you for being a real lady.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
definitely donate to the Cash App. We got Cash App what?
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
This is South Carolina.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. This is in the 30-foot range here. It's for birdie. This is a 19-foot putt. Oh, you're kidding. This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. Not a problem. That's in for birdie. And that score moves to 2 under par. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it.
Here's some figure in the 1920s boxers. Was at one time a people like training partner of the great Sam Lang. One day in the sparring center.
-1 in the early going. Frank, this is the hardest hole on this outward side, a place where you can let the big dog, as they say, let the big dog eat, let it rip.
Yeah, but you still have to be cautious here because you've got to get the ball solid. It's a long carry just to get over the wetlands. And then there's 3 bunkers down that right side. Perfectly placed, all for a different length of a tee shot.
And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker.
We appreciate that as well. Get shouts out to the Cash App. What's up, Brandon? Kamala James. I mean, Kamala Jones. Okay, Spotty. All right.
That one got up into the wind, no driver necessary, and that'll be just fine.
Yes, questions gotta be short. You ain't gonna have a lot of space. You had a concert tour going down. Alfred, Cat Williams going on the same day as Kevin Hart. Which one would you want to go see? We'll let the people know. Thank you for your
This one working up the right side. Solid, good drive in the fairway.
That nigga was drowning his club and everything.
Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot.
Mostly people are not leaving questions, they're just seeing what's up. Yeah, Carzino is the name of the game. Brown in the house. AB.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Do I think Gilbert Arenas I don't know if Gilbert Arenas is any of his wouldn't put it bad. Funny. What's up, Denise? What you got, bro?
Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
That's not a good one we can put on me.
Hey, fool, we gotta talk about the Nick Saban retirement for about 10
Thank you,
minutes.
gentlemen, Black, from Expressions. I appreciate you.
That's big for football.
LeBron James, should he be?
It's big for him.
It got something to do with him, Alabama losing this year?
What he said?
Wow. It's a golf shot.
So there to beef between Unc and Prime? I don't think so. I don't think Prime Town got a beef as well. Mom's absence from the show don't mean probably on vacation. Let's see what else we got. Why Shannon Sharp didn't fight? Why Shannon Sharp didn't fight for Kyrie Irving? That's something they have to ask Shannon Sharp. I don't know why he didn't fight Kyrie. So yes, if you have cash out, definitely mention them in
This
there.
course really demands every shot in the bag. That's a great little short shot. It's going to be needed today.
Houston in the house. Oh, Houston, Texas. Oh, right in the door. Willie D put it down for these guys. He's just helping the young boy out. He's helping out a young man who lost time in jail. Okay, he lost time in jail, so that means that everybody go to jail.
I think I'd be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Right? Well, thank everybody who hit up the Cash App. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it is.
Okay, just the one drop shot, as that's in for a bogey.
Right. It's Cat Williams week because Willie D wanted to continue on.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par.
Yeah. No disrespect to you, I don't feel comfortable with that. Come on, man, hurry up and tap in. Get it been done.
That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. So Frank, here we are, the first par 3 on the golf course, and what do you make of this fifth hole?
It's really 2 holes, Rich. When the flag is on the left, it's basically one green, and when the flag is on the right, it's effectively another type of a golf shot. This green is actually 40 yards wide and separated with that little faint ridge in the middle.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Oh!
That one safely on the putting surface.
What?
And that one just gets knocked down by the breeze, and it'll wind up short of the green. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand, and a good chance to save par. Now short-sided a bit as he sets up his second from left of the green. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's just very slightly up the hill. I don't think it's going to move more than a ball or so to the right.
I'm here, Terry! Terry, come here, stop! Look at me! Little fat ass nigga! Hurt your ass! Hurt your ass, man! Come here! Come on!
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Now a 7-footer. That slides by to the right. Just never had that on target. Cleans that up in the hole. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. That, so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
And that will do just fine. And that one gonna wind up in the bunker. just what you want to do. Land it in the fairway, get a little bit of rollout, and that is a good shot. Gonna have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
Fairway bunkers are never easy. And I know in the rock, but still, with a little bit of magic, you still get away with 4. This is really what golf's all about.
A good break got him here. Now his second to the par 4.
Yes, the super chat working. I don't know if Gilbert Arenas is any of his people that work on the show. But it wouldn't put it past me. But, what's up, please? What you got? That's not a good one to put on. Well, thank you, Jennifer Black, for the expressions. I appreciate you. LeBron James, should you be? What he said, is there a beef between Unc and Prime? I don't think so. I think Prime kind of got ridiculous. Mom's absent from the show. Prime don't be taking. Let's see what else we got. Why Shannon Sharp didn't fight? Why Shannon Sharp didn't fight? That's something you would have to ask Shannon Sharp. I don't know why he didn't fight Kyrie.
11 feet away.
So yes, if you have some Cash App questions, definitely mention them in here and we can get to you. What's up, Larry May? Houston in the house. Oh, Houston, Texas.
Got it there, but not quite on target.
Right in the dough. Willie D put it down for these guys.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par.
Right. Thank everybody who hit up the Cash App. Thank you.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Okay, no problem with that one.
Right.
Second par 5 here on the front side. Frank you don't make 4 here, I think you're losing ground to the field.
I'd agree with you, Rich. The biggest thing here is just a solid tee shot, because it's going to be within reach with a good tee shot. If you didn't hit your best, then you have to be careful with those trees up on the right side by the green. They've put a few people out over the years.
Willie D line.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway.
I think they would have tried to play that angle really bad. Now they trying to. Well, that was the old one. Now they doing damage.
The drive was fine, but just not long enough. So this par 5 out of his reach.
So now he's talking back. He reverted back to what he was doing before. You have to remember, Cat Williams already apologized for all of this before. He doesn't want to go back. When I woke up this morning, or this afternoon, I saw TV interview Jason Whitlock. And I give Ticket TV credit, give props out to Ticket. Ticket did his thing. Like,
That's a fine tee shot, but it is a long, long way to this par 5.
Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5.
He's not going to respond back to me, but he'll respond back to Whitlock. It ain't no that he will respond back. Because he knows that's going in the program.
I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
No, Willie D sat there and started asking him about, do you think what's going on over
That's
there
what he
with
wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in a really good position here on the par 5.
thing in Hollywood, they make you do things that they shouldn't make you do. And he's just not in a comfortable space with Willie D asking these questions. And he tries to take the conversation and keep going. And, you know, like, I'll take the question and answer it in a way that makes sense. But when you keep coming with, like, it's just like, do you ever have any enemies in comedy? It's
Oh, that's trouble.
But if you pick the actual king, then make sure that
Had half the equation on that shot. The distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it, hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
So he'll take the drop and now go about trying to somehow save par, and this will be his 3rd to the par 5.
when we don't. Cat Williams has to export his own. Listen, I don't know.
I'm gonna start.
I don't know if I want to. You start it and you do what you want. Fair enough. Now, why he's lighting up the cigarette? Listen to how Willie goes.
But I think for the sake of the audience,
There you go.
Getting set now for his 4th shot from the bunker.
He tries to go through this for the sake
You just
of
take the right amount of sand behind the ball. Don't want to get it
Fair
too
enough.
clean.
Now, why he's lighting up the cigarette? Listen to how Willie goes.
But I think for the sake of the audience, just
Tell
have
him
an
who
idea
Ali
of
Siddiq
what we're
is.
talking.
There you go. He tries to go through this for the sake of the interview.
Just
I
too
think
tough to
that
control out of the
he's
sand.
trying
Now we're
to tell
unable to
him
hold the green.
right
It'll run
there,
off
like,
into the short
okay,
stuff.
Let me stop this. Tell them who Ali Siddiq is. Because you haven't told the audience. You assume that everybody in the audience knows who Ali Siddiq is. We don't. He's local. Cat Williams has to tell him. He's trying to help you. The interview right. Tell him about it.
Good job to deaden it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in.
Can't know what you're talking about. He's getting heard of the guy, but the general public don't really know of him. And he's like, I don't know if I even want to go down this. But, no, please. Like, can you please just tell them who the guy is first? You're talking as if the world knows. This is what I mean. And I love Willie D. Everybody thinks like I hate, don't think I hate Willie D. I do not hate Willie D. Better at giving his personal thoughts.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
A little short. That'll happen coming through the thicker stuff until you reach the green. But pretty good, all things considered. Safely in, but it's a bogey, and that score dips to +1 here on this outward 9. A 5-footer now for birdie. Yeah, can't take those for granted. Good concentration there, and it's in for a birdie. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Second par 3 here on the front side, the 8th. Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
Well, he hung that out there to the right, and the green can't hold it.
On Wright in connection to the murder of Ikea Hood. She was found shot on Grambling Drive near Buford Drive in southeast Oak Cliff yesterday morning. Police say Hood died there at the scene.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole.
Everybody goes to the range and they all want to hit 300-yard short shots, but those little chip shots are just as important.
Hours ago, Lancaster ISD confirmed that IKEA Hood was a student at Lancaster High School. They said, in part, her death represents a great loss for our district, and we will be providing counseling and grief services for students and staff members impacted by this tragedy.
Yeah, that was going to be tough to fly that all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. This one measures out to 15 feet.
That a 17-year female that just had a baby was cut down by her boyfriend inside her home. I wanted to look into the details and bring it to you guys' attention. This is a situation where anybody can really contribute. Let's go over the details, understand everybody acts and react different, and this topic can be a little touchy. So I'm expecting you guys to let me know how you really feel. Now for the men, if you expect to have a baby and you find out weeks after the baby is born for the very first time, that's not your baby, how would you react? And for the woman, you're pregnant and you find out the man you told was the father, and after you have the baby 3 weeks after you find out it's not the father, how do you tell them? But I want to ask
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole.
after you have a baby that finds out that's your child, is that appropriate? Now that's what we have here today, so I'm expecting you guys to help me understand as well.
Yep, good putt there to finish it off. It is a bogey, though, and that score will drop to +3.
And subscribe, jump right to it. Family meet IKEA, 17 years old, a popular high school dancer. She went to Lancaster High School in Dallas, Texas. 3 weeks ago, IKEA had a baby, and her boyfriend and the person who believed to be her child father up until the last 48 hours was also 17 years old.
That's
His
one
name
under
was
on the
Jordan
day.
Davis. And 2 days ago, IKEA had some important news. She wanted to tell her boyfriend. In the early morning hours of January 8th, 2024, IKEA decided to call her boyfriend over to talk about the thing. Talk about
Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side.
Went outside, saw the window open, and noticed IKEA laying on the bedroom floor. Now at this time, only people close to the situation knew what happened. As far as IKEA making it was still uncertain until the school had sent out a latest post yesterday. Her high school had quoted.
Oh boy, that has started way left. Ooh.
Pass of Lancaster High School Junior, IKEA Hood. Tragically, IKEA.
You ain't taking a drop, fool. You get aimed in there, trouble, and hit it right in trouble.
Well, that is right, and that could be trouble. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Damage control, the name of the game now. This is third. Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. So from the rough, his second at 9.
A very conservative approach shot. It's a safe side of the green, but as we can all attest, a long way from the hole.
And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff.
Very sad, unfortunate situation.
Ain't no way.
Sitting at 11 practice man.
Ain't no way, bro. You had one job in the last hole. Nigga, all you need is
Oh no! That nigga did his bit. Hey, that nigga did his job at the bit.
Possibility here. This is a long look for birdie.
Huh? We can't even let you go out like that.
Yes, you can. Trash ass nigga.
Ain't no way.
Oh no, I missed the second shot, fool. I seen him hit the first one OB. But he hit another one OB.
It wasn't even that bad, like it rolled. Like, I don't know, bro. I ain't never seen that one.
Oh shit. Trash ass nigga, fool.
Bro, how you do that, bro?
Oh no, I seen the first one go OB. What happened on that? Ooh, trash ass nigga number 1, fool. I want to redeem myself.
Look here at birdie.
Just has to get the ball started and it will work back to the right and toward the hole.
Nope. Nope, got up and out of that one quickly. You could see it.
That should be in the middle of the hole and dip out.
Okay, so it's a bogey for him here at the 9th. And this will be a 2 over 38 on this front side. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And this will be a 2 over 38 on this